Good afternoon to everybody. Today the gross specimen what we are going to see is ureter and the urinary bladder. So this is what you are seeing, the muscular tube, pair of muscular tube from the right and the left kidney, that is called as ureter. Ureter is a hollow muscular tube which transports the urine from the kidney to the urinary bladder. Ureter is around 25 centimeter in length and 5 millimeter in width. It starts from the renal pelvis as in the dilated funnel shaped ureter, the upper part of the ureter, which starts off from the renal sinuses. Till the lower pole of the kidney, respective kidney, we call it as renal pelvis. From the renal pelvis, the entire aspect is called as ureter, which has both part, abdominal part and the pelvic part. In the pelvic part, it enters into the bladder. What you are seeing here is a muscular hollow viscous organ called as urinary bladder. You can see the ureter is entering into posterolateral angles of the bladder. Now I will hold the urinary bladder in position. This is how you hold urinary bladder anatomically. Okay, you can see very well the ureter are entering into posterolateral angles of the bladder. Okay, now let us talk about external features of urinary bladder. Urinary bladder is a hollow muscular viscera which holds the urine. Okay, so this is how you hold urinary bladder, like a lamp. Okay, what you are seeing in the anterior aspect, this is apex, which is located just behind to that of pubic symphysis. Apex is attached to median umbilical ligament, which will go all the way to umbilicus, and it is a remnant of embryonic urachus allantois in the fetal life. Okay, that's about apex. The one what you are seeing, just the opposite, this is anterior. The one what you are seeing in the posterior aspect is called as the posterior surface. It's also called as the base or the fundus. Base relation, now what I am having here is a male urinary bladder. In the base, if you see, it is the upper 1/3 of the base, that's the posterior surface, is related to the peritoneum. Peritoneum in the female, it is be completely related to the superior surface, and then it will dip little of the posterior surface, and then it will reflect back to the rectum, which will be related posteriorly. So this pouch, the peritoneal pouch, what you are seeing here, what will be for reflecting here, will be called as rectovesical pouch. Fine. The lower 3/4 portion of the fundus or the base of the bladder is not related to peritoneum. Instead, in male, it is having certain structures. Like what you are seeing here is the vas deferens, ductus deferens. The ampulla of ductus deferens, seminal vesicle, you can see here, seminal vesicle and ampulla of vas deferens both will commonly form a common ejaculatory duct, and it will pierce the prostate. I'll come to the prostate in a time, just focus on these two structures. So what is related in male base of urinary bladder? It is ampulla of vas deferens and seminal vesicle, which both will join together to form a common ejaculatory duct, which will pierce the prostate gland, and it will enter into, what is this? This is the urethra. Okay, prostatic urethra. As the urethra is located within the substance of the prostate gland, it is called as prostatic urethra. So now this is what it is related in male urinary bladder. In female, it will be related to vagina and the cervix posteriorly. So that's about the fundus. This portion, apart from the peritoneum, is also called as external trigone. Now we'll come to the parts again. The anterior, what was told, was the apex. Posteriorly, we have the base or the fundus. Now it has one more part in the inferior aspect, that is called as neck. So it has three parts, what we have discussed first: apex, base, neck. Neck in male, it is related to, can you see this gland? This gland is the prostate gland, which is surrounding the neck of the bladder. Just below to the bladder, it is related to the prostate gland in males. In females, it is just related to the pelvic fascia and the urogenital diaphragm. In male, it will be having the prostate gland. So the urethra within the prostate gland will be the prostatic urethra. Prostatic urethra. You can see that. And the structures which will be entering into the prostatic urethra will be what we have discussed in the base. What was the structure which we have discussed here? It was vas deferens and the seminal vesicle. These two would enter into the prostatic urethra, and enter through the prostate gland and empty into the prostatic urethra by a duct called as common ejaculatory duct. So that is about the neck, which is the most lower and the most fixed part of the urinary bladder, apex and the base. Now going to the other borders. Now let us again hold back the urinary bladder like a lamp. Okay. So what are the borders? I will be just telling you. Where my two fingers are meeting, my hand fingers are meeting, that is the anterior border, extending from the apex to the neck anteriorly. Okay. Where both the ureters are emptying, right, the posterolateral angle, if you draw an imaginary line, that would be our posterior border. So anterior border anteriorly, and this is the posterior border. On the either side where my index finger is placed, that would be the lateral border. So two lateral borders, anterior border and posterior border. Surface is coming, we again have three surfaces. This surface what you are seeing superiorly, it is superior surface anatomically, and where my fingers are held, where the bladder is in position with my finger, that is called as infralateral surface. Infralateral surface here. Infralateral surface will be related to a space just behind the pubic symphysis, that's called as space of Retzius. Space of Retzius. Okay, so that completes the external feature of urinary bladder. We will see the interior of urinary bladder. Interior of urinary bladder, you can see it is having large number of mucosal folds. They are called as rugae, which is an extensive feature throughout the interior of urinary bladder, just like stomach. Now here exactly at the inner aspect of the base, you all know this is the base. Yeah, just the inner aspect of the base, if you see, there is devoid of rugae. If you notice, there is devoid of rugae and it is triangular, inverted triangular in shape. Yeah, having an apex facing downwards towards the urethral opening, and it has a base. Base, if you see, it is bounded, it is limited by the opening of ureter. Now this is only the bar of Mercier, which is the longitudinal fold formed by the longitudinal muscles of the ureter on the either side. Bar of Mercius. Now this triangle is called as a trigone. Okay, internal trigone, which is devoid of mucosal folds and where there is no submucosa. Mucosa is in direct attachment to that of underlying muscle. Okay, so that is about trigone. That's it.